Hello and welcome back to the Break Room. This is a very special episode as we'll be doing our live reaction to the Ant-Man and the Wasp QUANTUMANIA trailer that was just released just recently during the National Championship game. No time for introductions. Let's dive right into the trailer. We know you've seen it once already. Let's watch it again real fast. Here we go.
You're an interesting man, Scott Lang.
Superstar Scott Lang.
You're an Avenger.
Hitting that classic button.
You have a daughter.
Oh, one actress that's been
But
moved
you don't
To the other actress. Now remember, that was the thing we saw in the trailer that Glenn told us stop making. Yeah, like, you don't know what you're doing.
So do we think they all go in at the same time?
Ooh.
It looks like they all get sucked in.
Differently. I think Scott goes in after Cassie.
Yeah,
he like intentionally lets go to go save her.
What's that?
And go, Kang.
That's my Kang.
That's my Kang.
That's my Kang right
Hashtag,
there.
that's my Kang.
Hashtag that's our Kang.
So we know this is Chronopolis more so.
Jan is scared to be there.
Oh,
Two
multiple
lands.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
And boys.
Oh,
Oh, that's M.O.D.O.K.
M.O.D.O.K?
Oh, more on that later.
But is that M.O.D.O.K watching? You see how that look was? Like it was almost like a camera or something watching?
It's trippy.
So you take your Valentine to go see this February 17th.
Yep.
That's what you do, Valentine, go see this.
You tell her
Little Avatar bird.
you get multiple small packages. This
Like a
process.
column of ant-boys. So many ant-boys.
Somebody died. This is that I'm going bye-bye. This is that one of us gone.
Oh, what is the beginning of a new dynasty?
But the Kang dynasty, we know that's leading up to that.
Oh, what is that?
String cheese Ant-Man.
Yeah, but why is he splitting up like Mr. Fantastic?
Maybe there's some Reality Stone magic going on here.
But you know,
Stones are.
Oh, there you go.
that's full
There's
M.O.D.O.K right
my
there.
boy. There is a lot of Infinity Stone color imagery in this trailer. The
yeah.
red, the amber.
But remember, the Infinity Stones themselves are like elemental. Right? So we're talking time, which is a part of the elements, which is an Infinity Stone. So all
Time
these
stone,
different
yeah.
things plays an effect.
Oh,
That's a nice power. That's a nice
Time
power.
blast.
You gotta remember, Kang isn't really, he's not super strong, he's super smart. He's a strategist. You know what I'm saying? His suit is what does mostly everything in his brain. So.
Well, and what did she say? He has the power to change change
The
reality.
timeline.
Or
Yeah,
change-
reality.
Yeah, he could
timeline.
change reality.
I don't think they're all making it out alive on this one, fellas.
I don't know. That's
We'll
probably
see.
our big takeaway, folks. Welcome back to the Break Room. We held our today's broadcast to wait for this trailer. They made us wait to the third quarter, and then they finally released it. At the
Sometimes
very end.
7:37 sharp.
Sometimes.
PST.
And if you didn't check it out online, that was the version they posted on YouTube, which is a little bit longer than what they showed on TV. We got a little couple
Well, they
more
had to
shots
get back
in
to
there.
that river.
They had to get back to the game. It was a riveting game, right?
Big game. I'm Brandon, of course. I'm joined with Tommy. We got Jay. We got Eric Owusu.
Hey, internet.
We're having a good time, but we want to talk about this trailer. I think the biggest thing to take away from this, like a lot of questions we're going to be asking in Phase 5, is this the end of Ant-Man? This was a dark kind of sour note it ends on a little bit. Very ominous.
This is much different than the teaser trailer when it shows us Scott Lang being this superstar, being recognized, the employee at the Baskin Robbins and everything he's done, the podcast, the fanfare, all this. This is telling you this is somebody's culmination. This is somebody's end. And I've been saying it here on the Break Room and many other places. What better way to establish the big bad of the next two phases of the MCU than have him kill off the hero, the protagonist of the movie he first shows up in?
You know, I also agree that Ant-Man will probably meet his end in this movie, but I don't think it's the Ant-Man y'all are thinking of.
Oh!
Marvel loves getting rid of the elder statesmen in their movies.
I know where you're going.
I think we're going to lose the OG Ant-Man, Hank Pym, in this one.
That makes sense.
He was very sparse in this trailer.
He was. But he was in the room, we know from the old trailer, or the first trailer. He also got sucked in when Janet and Cassie and Scott and Wasp, current Wasp, get sucked in. So this might be the end of Hank Pym.
Yeah.
It might be. I mean, this is a conversation we've been having with like the Guardians, right? With this like third Guardians movie. Yeah. Seems like the final movie in that trilogy. What characters could make it out? What characters might meet an end?
Drax.
Drax is sure gone. He's
His contract's up. He's done.
he doesn't want to be in a makeup chair $5.
Yeah, right. We could be seeing the same thing here, right? This could be the end of the road, maybe for Paul Rudd for a little bit. Now, you say which Ant-Man? We also saw multiple Ant-Man in this trailer. Tons of Ant-Man all over the place. Is that a quantum realm trick?
That's just a quantum trick. That's just a trick. I think he's going to step. It looks like he steps on somebody. Now, my heart, stop Brent. My heart wants him to step on Hope Van Dyne completely. But I think he's killing Scott.
Right.
Because he even says in the trailer, I don't have to win. We just both have to lose.
Scott says that.
Scott says that.
Yeah.
That's a sacrifice line.
We hear him say, sorry, Cassie, though that's probably cut out.
Yeah, that's probably just moved around and things like that.
That's because he ordered the wrong type of pizza.
Right.
Yeah, she's allergic to anchovies.
Sorry, gluten-free crust didn't show up, so you're going to have to...
Not even cauliflower?
She was a headache when she was in jail.
That's
too,
true.
That's why they let her out.
That's right.
We can't keep making these cauliflower pizzas.
We can't afford these crusts.
Oh, my God,
And I do agree that the tone of this trailer was a little bit darker. They didn't use a pop song, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road this time. It's just kind of like the score of the movie, it sounds like what they're using. And this idea, these warnings from Janet in this one that like he can rewrite existence by just thinking about it. We've kind of been talking about like why is this this version of Kang in the quantum realm in the first place to be so powerful? Why isn't he out messing up universes? But maybe he's got more control from this point. This kind of like nexus point of all the universes coming together.
Or he's stuck.
Yeah, he could be stuck.
Because there's a theory that when Wanda does, there's a theory, somebody put two videos together, and it was from Loki and I think WandaVision. And it's the moment Wanda does something, I think she becomes the Scarlet Witch and does something, he who remains, he snaps, he's like, uh-oh. That's when he has his first look when he takes a long pause. It's like if you sync them up, they're the same thing. And he realizes, remember, he tells Loki and Sylvie, if you think I'm bad, my variants are worse. And I can control time to keep my variants in check. Meaning Kang is probably somewhere stuck in Chronopolis or just in a level of the quantum realm where he can't get out. But whatever Cassie does, when she's messing with it, does something to let him out.
It could be a situation where he's not necessarily stuck, but almost like Aquaman is the most powerful in water.
Right. Yeah.
Kang is his most powerful in the quantum realm, and where he has more control, more amplification of his powers.
Like me, I'm most powerful at an Applebee's.
There you go.
I'm most powerful at a LA Fitness, quite honestly.
I love it. Yeah.
Under a shoulder press. As
Most powerful.
You could build a house with those shoulders.
Hey, it's a brick house.
Most powerful. Well, let's go through this trailer a little bit, like moment by moment. Some of the things we noticed in it. We start out in San Francisco. We've been seeing that the whole time. They turn on the machine. They get sucked in. Blah blah. There we go. We're up to that point. This one had a lot more Kang, right?
Yeah.
We saw that the blue face.
Yeah, it's like a mask.
It's a little mask, which makes a lot of sense.
You see the gun show, a little bit of the shoulder work.
Gun show. Yeah,
I know. You were saying like Kang is not like in the comics like a super powerful villain.
No.
But Jonathan Majors is certainly ripped enough to be a powerhouse. I don't think you nerf him after he got that built. There might have been some Creed 3.
He was right. He was doing Creed 3 and this at the same time. So you're like, Kang, you can't keep getting this big. Yeah. We got the suit.
We need a continuity.
Yeah, we got the suit.
We can't make a blue mask wide enough to like cover your entire neck being this wide out too as well.
Well, and then we have like Kang talking about like I can give you more time. Time is a big MacGuffin in this movie. It seems
he lost
like.
5 years. Remember?
Yes.
He lost.
But he came back, and they've been living, with a different Cassie. But they've been living in, restored continuity post blip.
Yeah.
So I'm curious as to what time he's.
Excuse me. We will never call it the blip. It's the snapping. Thank you.
The snapping, post snapping. Yes.
Well, he missed some formative years of her life, and now she's an adult. She's capital A adult. She can do what she wants. She's getting arrested, right? She's like, we don't know what her crime is yet, but presumably it's in the same vein as her father, where like, she's trying to right some wrongs.
Right.
And I saw my dad do it, so I want to do it. But he wasn't there for those 5 years to be like, hey, you shouldn't do what I did. Like, I paid a heavy price. It destroyed my family to go into prison. I don't want that for you. Right. Even if it's the right thing to do, it's not the right way to do it.
Right.
And so he missed those years. And it seems like Kang is missing something as well.
Right.
And he needs Scott to do it. This was like an early conversation we heard that like this movie was about Kang using Scott to get something.
Yeah.
And there's a moment in the trailer where he's like, I did what you said, or you're going back on the deal.
We had a deal,
We had
yeah.
a deal.
But again, that's the whole Kang being stuck. You said, yes, he may be powerful in the quantum realm, but again, if Scott Lang has to do something for him outside of the quantum realm, that means Kang can't tentatively leave the quantum realm. Because again, there was an entire Avengers movie about to be called The Kang Dynasty. What are one of the little captions we saw? The beginning of a new dynasty.
Right.
There's a reason he's trying. Kang wants Scott Lang to get him out of here because you can come in and out. You understand this now. You figured out how. I still haven't, as smart as I am, I haven't figured out how to get out of here. So you need to do whatever it is that got you in here to bring me out. That's part of the deal. And guaranteed, Kang is like, as soon as you do what you need to do, I'm still going to kill everybody.
Yeah.
I just don't care.
Well, that's my theory, Jay, that this is the dumbest Kang.
Yeah.
Of all the Kangs,
This is Brute Kang.
this is the dumbest one. He's pretty smart, but he's still pretty dumb when compared to other Kangs.
Why do you say this
Because he can't figure out how to get out of here.
Oh, that one, yeah.
That's
yeah,
why
yeah.
he's just too dumb. He's too dumb to
And he
figure it
needs
out. He's
Cassie's
still very smart.
machine to get out.
He needs the machine to get him out. Well, that tracks with like Black Panther too. They needed Riri's machine.
Yep.
Government couldn't build it. They just stole it.
Which
So
they
just
do all the
whatever they
time.
want.
They steal all the time.
There was like a very cool moment in this trailer where so we see Ant-Man, he splits into another Ant-Man, Ant-Men, if you will. And then we see a bunch of them creating an Ant-Man tower to reach up to these golden circles spinning with something inside of it. There's a good shot of it there. This, of course, is a great callback to the first Ant-Man movie when he's learning to control the ants, make them work together and build a bridge and all that stuff.
Oh, Antony.
Antony, R.I.P. Antony, we miss you. Mourn you till we join you, I guess. Do ants go to heaven? I don't know.
All ants go to heaven.
No, that's the new Tupac
But all
song.
spiders go to hell.
Is there heaven for an ant?
So they're building this they're building this tower. They're reaching these. I don't want to say spinning rings, but it looks like spinning
Circles
rings,
of
right?
rings.
And we know that there are those 10 rings calling out to someone out there. Now we assume they're calling out into our universe. We don't know if those rings were calling out into the quantum realm or what they were doing. But do you think there's any correlation between those weird rings that he's reaching up towards with whatever power's inside of them and the 10 rings?
Absolutely.
And
gotta
maybe
tie in
Kamala's
soon, right?
bangle, right?
It's San Francisco for a reason.
The merchandise at Target is like $3 now from Shang-Chi because we are not tying it in yet.
It hasn't tied
Get it
in.
back
We gotta
there.
get it back
Let's
in.
get those clearance stickers off. Enough Katie dolls. Aquafina's got enough action figures, okay?
That's a
Yeah,
good
that's
point.
true.
Dennis.
Get the Simu dolls back out there. Get Simu on the show.
Well, and then, John, I see you have that image there. Is that like the writing that's on the ring? Yeah, there's like some sort of
But that's the same type of writing that was
alien
in the 10
writing
rings.
here. Yeah.
That's the same type of inscription that we see in the post-credit
This
of
gold
the 10
and
rings.
white.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Elvish, I
It's
think.
all
That's Elvish.
connected.
It's all connected. Well, then who built these things?
Sauron.
Sauron.
Yes.
Well, we connected into a whole other universe now, ladies and gentlemen.
Or did you mean Sauron, the half-man, half-pterodactyl that lives in the savage land?
That's what I meant.
I just want everyone to be dinosaurs.
That I'm in for. That I am in for.
I think there's going to be a lot of savage lands in this one.
I think Kang might have built these to try to figure out a way to get outside. Maybe that's what he needs too. Maybe it's not just the machine that Cassie builds. Maybe he needs the machine and those 10 rings.
Okay.
Because both of those together will help. That's part of this whatever complex quantum spell that keeps him locked in.
And presumably, he's not escaping to start a bed and breakfast. He's escaping to conquer.
Yo,
Right.
could you imagine going to Kang's bed and breakfast?
I mean, the
Oh, it'd be
breakfast
lit.
would be
Oh
elite.
my bro. What type of
Breakfast would be elite.
French toast to be the fluffiest you've ever had?
The best in all
Have
time.
I made you an omelet before?
Have you had the peppers?
I thought I fed you already.
You're an Avenger. Yes.
You an Avenger?
Croquet is at 3 p.m.
Or is it?
Did you say you wanted a Denver omelet in San Francisco?
Yes.
From 1243 BC?
I can give you more time. Late checkout is 2 p.m. Nailed
Usually it's
it.
11, but for you,
We got there.
I'm Kang.
We
I can
got
make it
there.
two.
We got there.
If there is a connection between those rings we see in the trailer and the 10 rings, I think the most interesting thing would be that energy around the rings in this trailer was that golden energy, which is what the rings turned to when Shang-Chi took over, right? When Wenwu had him, it was blue, icy cold blue. Maybe those were some sort of, that was a tunnel for him in the past, and now it's been shut off. because Shang-Chi changed the magic around the 10 rings.
But if that was the case, he would have been able to come out a long time ago, per se.
Maybe he was coming in and out. Or, well, you mix that. He had the tunnel, right? He had this tunnel with the 10 rings.
Right.
But then you had He Who Remains keeping him out. Now He Who Remains is dead, but the tunnel shut down. So it's like once one thing got changed,
Okay, I got what
now
you're
this
saying.
thing's
Yeah.
not working. And he's like, I just can't get out of here because I'm the dumbest Kang. I'm the dumbest.
His
not
IQ is
Nathaniel
still
Richardson.
135, but that's the dumbest.
He's
Kang.
still the dumbest Kang.
He's like the dumbest Mensa member.
We did get a super chat to Yuka Prita. Thank you, Yuka Prita,
Yes.
for tuning in, saying, "Holy bleep, what a trailer!" And she said the magic words, M.O.D.O.K. M.O.D.O.K. We did see a little M.O.D.O.K. Now, John has a little segment. You definitely saw M.O.D.O.K. full armor, showing his guns, showing off, looking strong.
His little wee arms.
He's not showing his energy bolts.
Yeah, not showing his energy bolts, but in his mask, looking strong, all that good stuff.
Oh yeah, look
there it is.
There he is.
Yeah, you see him there looking angry. The M.O.D.O.K. we know pretty well from the comics. Looks very similar.
Yeah.
But if you look earlier in this trailer, you can kind of see him coming into the room too, and he doesn't have the mask on. He's in the background there behind Kang as they're walking. Wait, is that a bald-headed gentleman I remember from a previous Ant-Man movie?
Is that our cross to bear?
Is
our
that our-
Darren cross to bear?
I don't want to wear a yellow jacket to this situation.
Oh my God!
I dare you
But
to
it
go
is
there.
raining outside.
It is raining
Yeah,
outside.
right.
Shout out to the guy they flushed down the toilet.
Yeah. So it looks like Corey Stoll will be
Yes.
returning as M.O.D.O.K. here, which is funny because when Yellow Jacket left this holy plane in the first Ant-Man movie, first his little arm shrunk in, which was funny, and then like another piece, and then he kind of squelched into a little drop. But I love this idea that he got shrunk down to the quantum realm, and his body just got so mangled that his head's normal size or big,
And
but his
Kang
arms
probably
are normal
got him.
size.
And Kang got him out, right when he's like, oh, I can use you.
You're smart. You're a scientist.
You're a scientist. I can use you. And so, again, this shows you how this is the completion of the circle for Ant-Man.
Yeah.
The first villain was Yellow Jacket, which they typically do in all Marvel. Any
Sure.
superhero movies always has the equal or the equivalent bad guy. That's the opposite.
Same powers.
Yeah.
Different motives.
Different motives.
costume.
Right, different
Yeah.
costume. But you bring Yellow Jacket
Name
back.
one other superhero movie that's
Iron
done
Man.
that.
The first Iron Man.
Doctor Strange.
Ironmonger.
Yeah.
Venom.
Superman and
I'm
Bizarro.
Carnage.
just kidding. They're all like that. Wonder Woman and Cheetah.
Don't do this.
So also with that, how Yellow Jacket got scrunched down to the quantum realm, and now he's here as M.O.D.O.K. potentially.
Paddington and that evil chef.
Yes, and
They both
Paddington
love
too.
marmalade.
I think it was kind of like a Vecna situation with Stranger Things, and how the creation of Vecna was like 11 sent him through to the Upside Down, and he got all mangled in that process and
Yeah.
became Vecna. So this is kind of like that with Ant-Man, mangling
Do it
Yellow
again.
Jacket.
Do it again.
Mangling Yellow Jacket, and sending him to the quantum realm, thinking he killed him back in Ant-Man 1, but actually
Yeah.
sent him to the quantum realm and
just
made a supervillain.
I just want to say for whoever's watching this live, and when you go ahead and cut this out, every time Eric does that, just make sure you put Dynamite.
We'll be sure to cut that out.
Just
Copyright,
a quick correction on our end. Yuka Prieta is letting us know that they are an old man.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, hey, good
that's
to know,
fine.
Yuka.
You do you.
Hey,
You do
Kudos,
you.
shout out.
old man or an old man? Gary Oldman.
Hey.
Not this movie. We do. We also had some other chat questions come in. Mary Smith asking, "How do you think M.O.D.O.K. is related to Kang in this movie?"
I think we just
You
answered
think he
that.
saved him, right?
Yeah, I think he saved as soon as he got brought into the quantum realm. Because again, once we see Yellow Jacket go in at the end of Ant-Man, the next movie is nothing about that. It's just moving forward, and we deal with Ghost and everything.
Right.
And then getting Janet out the quantum realm. That's all we deal with.
Right.
We don't talk about Yellow Jacket anymore.
They
so I
assume
think-
he's dead. I
They
think
assume he's dead.
anyone would assume he was dead, right?
Right.
That the technology
Remember,
killed him.
The Red Skull was dead at the end of Captain America: The First Avenger.
It's all connected.
It's all connected. We've got some more of your questions we want to get to and more we want to talk about. But first, we got to thank a couple of our sponsors today. We want to thank Upside. If one of your goals in 2023 is to save money, let us tell you about our favorite way to do that. Upside, it's an incredible app, folks. Anyone who buys gas, groceries, or dines out, they can benefit from this app. Is that you? you could benefit from this app. With Upside, you can get cash back on purchases you make every day. It's basically cash back for just doing you.
What if you dine out at a gas station?
Oh, baby. I grew up in
7-Eleven, get them taquitos, baby.
Hey, I grew up in the South, and some of the best food you get was at a gas station. That's right. You want a fried chicken gizzard that'll blow your mind? You get it from a gas station.
Oh, yeah.
It'll blow a lot more than your mind.
Upside even offsets inflated prices. We're all dealing with inflation right now by giving you cash back on purchases. You might be thinking that such an incredible app must be difficult to use, but only a super genius like Kang could use it. Oh. Well, it's not. In fact, it's super easy to use this app. I've used it before. It's great. To get started, you just download the free Upside app. You use our promo code Breakroom, and you get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. So fill it up all the way the first time you use it. Next, all you got to do once you have this app is you claim an offer for whatever you're buying on Upside, then pay as usual with a credit or debit card, follow the steps on the app, and you get paid back. It's that simple. You might be thinking, oh, this sounds like a credit card rewards program. It's like that, but you can earn 3 times more cash back with Upside. So it's better. Forget those programs. Plus, Upside, they won't sell your personal information to third parties.
I like
Get
that.
out of town.
What a treat.
You serious?
What a treat.
What?
Upside users are earning hundreds of dollars a year. That's probably why they have a 4.8 star rating on the App Store.
Which means somebody's just being petty and not giving them the 5
Give them the 5 stars.
Gotta give them 5.
Do it yourself. Check this app out for yourself. If you don't believe me, you're going to love it. It's great. I use it all the time when we're going to get gas or getting groceries and get that cash back. Download the free Upside app and use promo code Breakroom.
Immediately.
Do it immediately.
Sorry, I talked over you.
That's all right.
Promo code.
Use promo code Breakroom when you download the free Upside app and get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas.
Brandon,
Thank you, Upside.
let me thank my absolute passion for also sponsoring this episode.
Please.
My darling, my love, mi amor, HelloFresh, the way I impress the ladies when they come over. You think I know how to make a seared pork chop? I don't. HelloFresh does it for me. I just follow directions like putting a Lego together. Eating well is at the top of my mind this month. You know it. Every month. I'm getting on that roller coaster. I'm wearing that Faraday Classic shirt. It's comforting to know you can always get top quality with HelloFresh. Ingredients travel from the farm to you in less than 7 days, so you know they're fresh.
Oh, that's fresh.
Goodbye, Old McDonald. Come to my table. HelloFresh makes dinner time easy. Old McDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O.
Oh.
And in my mouth, that meal does go yum, 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 yum. HelloFresh makes dinner time easy with fast and furious fresh recipes. HelloFresh also has a line of meals featuring robust flavors and filling portions.
Do it again.
That are robust flavors and filling portions that are ready in less than 15 minutes. My God, that's almost, I mean, that's an explainer video on M.O.D.O.K length of time, which you'll see later on. Enjoy taste and quality done quick with recipes like a falafel power bowl, seared steak and potatoes, and béarnaise sauce, or Southwest pork and bean burritos.
Oh, yummy.
We here at the Breakroom love HelloFresh. You just heard me. I used to cook for a family of 3 with HelloFresh, and then I got dumped, and guess what? They make meals to accommodate that. I cook for a family of 1 now, and the portions remain the same. HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit, and you should try it for yourself. I'm fine. Go to HelloFresh.com/Breakroom22 and use code Breakroom22 for 22 free
so
meals.
Many meals.
That's a lot of meals.
That's 3 days for me, plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/Breakroom. Remember, you got to use the code to help us help you, folks. Code is Breakroom22. HelloFresh.com/Breakroom22. I love you very much.
I love you very much, Tommy.
We got a hug topic. We used to cook for 3.
It's okay. I didn't like their meal choices. I can order whatever I want now.
Jan DM Forever doesn't agree with us. I don't think any of them are going to die. It's too cliche.
You're too cliche.
It's too cliche for people to die in movies.
But I think the fact that we're moving forward from this old guard. Yeah. We're moving. Okay.
The rain's really coming down here in Winnipeg. Don't worry about it.
We're moving forward. Like, again, we've lost most of the original Avengers.
Right.
You can kind of put Ant-Man in that original group. He's not a part of the original 6, but he's in that original core.
He's in the main crew.
Yeah. And we're losing a lot of them to build up this new crew as we go forward. So to see Ant-Man die, and then we have Cassia's stature, that speaks volumes because, again, she's just as smart as Hank.
Right.
She does just as much. She has the suit and everything. There's no reason for both. Again, I just wanted to hear the Scott Lang podcast after I was told about it on Miss Marvel, and we will never get it.
Well, we might. I don't know. We'll see.
Drop 6 episodes of that, you cowards.
Yeah. Well, one thing that is interesting in the trailer, we're talking about like this, I kept up my part of the deal, or he does something for Scott, or for Kang. Jay, you're saying that like Kang's trying to get out, right? But he obviously doesn't get out in this movie. So what is it that Scott is getting for Kang that he keeps up his part of the deal? He does something, and then Kang backtracks on him. Does it have to do with those golden swirly things? Does it have to do with the weird tentacle eyeball thing he's flying into?
Yeah, lots of...
What could he be doing in the quantum realm?
This is what it is.
Do you think he leaves the quantum realm and comes back?
I got the perfect answer. Here it is. So Scott Lang has a code for AdamandEve.com.
All right.
And Kang can't place his order in the quantum realm.
But you get 3 free gifts. Listen to me. Hang on. I have a thought.
Okay.
What if he has to retrieve those rings? What if he's got to go and get those rings? Not the Adam and Eve rings.
No, that's what I was talking about earlier. The 10 rings from Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
He's got to go to San Francisco.
So he meets Kang in the quantum realm, goes out of the quantum realm, goes over to Shang-Chi and Katie's apartment, and
like an old school heist, just kind of like...
And maybe not even a heist. Maybe he's like, hear me out.
Hear me out.
Yeah, that would stink because they don't have those three guys back as the heisters, Michael Pena. And,
But again, Shang-Chi is known. And again, we know that Bruce knows who he is. Who else was there?
Marvel.
Captain Marvel. So, of course, now they know who Shang-Chi is, so Scott would know.
Yeah.
So Scott would know, hey, look, I heard about what you did. You probably heard I'm an Avenger. Like, he'll do all those type of things. I need those 10 rings. And Shang-Chi, I can't give you those rings. And then maybe he finds a way to steal them.
What if Jimmy Woo helps him?
Jimmy Woo!
With a magic trick?
He's in the movie.
He's in the movie.
Maybe that's his cross to bear is he's like, I'll do some close-up magic.
And then he steals the box of the rings, because of course we know Sean, as he's going to use himself, is not going to carry the rings all like his father did. He places them in the box. So maybe he steals the box of the rings to try to take them back.
I've got my jewelry.
You can't sleep with them on. You can cut yourself in the face. Miss Mac Daddy sent in a super chat saying, how do y'all think Bill Murray will be involved? They did put out a press release with this movie, and here's what they said about Bill Murray's character.
With the trailer.
Sorry, they haven't put out the movie yet. They put out this press release. He's playing a character called Lord Krylar, Krylar, and they describe him as the governor of Axia, a bizarre and cushy community within the quantum realm. So these are the bourgeois.
It's the Montecito of the quantum realm.
Yeah. This is some fancy stuff. You can call him cowardly or self-centered. I'll call him both. Krylar unapologetically enjoys the high life his status grants him: expensive meals, exotic cocktails, and top-notch transportation aboard his huge pleasure yacht. This sounds just like the Grandmaster. It seems he and Janet are old acquaintances, but the details are vague. And she'd like to keep it that way. Bill Murray portrays Lord Krylar.
I have a question, though. Like, how did this entire extra world come to be with people in the quantum realm? Like, was it just like the Big Bang in the quantum realm that started life?
Well, maybe like accidentally people get sucked down there through various magic or messing around with technology, because they could come from any point in time in theory.
And in the comics, it's the microverse, right?
Yeah,
it's a universe of people that just exist in a smaller, particle-sized whatever universe. So there might just be races and species of beings that are so tiny they exist in the microverse.
You said there are racists in the quantum realm? That would be hilarious.
There are racists.
You get out my quantum realm with all that.
We're part of the Quagga army.
With all that seasoning you got in this realm.
It's called Maca.
Well, you have
Make quantum realm great again. Maquaga.
You have these people living in Axia who are like the rich, the bourgeois, it sounds like. Then there's also the character that actor Katie O'Brien is playing, Gentora, who is the strong and respected leader of the Freedom Fighters, a group of displaced inhabitants in the quantum realm whose lives were turned upside down by Kang. She doesn't have time for Scott, Cassie, and their problems, and worse, their presence alone puts Gentora's crew in grave danger. We think these are the people that we saw riding that like stingray creature, maybe who are being kind of ushered around. Remember, we saw that dude with like the light head in one of the earlier trailers. That might be this gang, right? This could be like Gentora and the gang, and they're there to fight Kang, or they've been displaced by him. It sounds like
they're probably trying to take again. He rules the quantum realm with the iron fist, but you have that supreme dictator and ruler. Then you still have the upper class, the bougie, which is Lord Krylar and his people. But then you have those who are like, we need to stop all of this.
The rebels.
The rebels.
Jimmy, we're gonna pull a card from Kang's ear and die.
Immediately.
That would be good, Quentin. That would be pretty good. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff in this press release. They talk about like the importance of family, and the secrets.
This is the Fast 10
Yeah.
press release. Oh, wait, Corona is a pivotal character in this?
Like Peyton Reed said, quote, "We wanted to explore the idea of secrets that family members might keep from each other."
Sounds like family.
Family.
Hope and Hank rescued Janet from the quantum realm where she lived for 30 years. It's easy to imagine Hope had her own ideas about what it would be like to be reunited with her mom, sharing all these stories, blah, 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 blah. But then there's an emotional wall that gets put in the way. So there's like different levels here, right? We have Scott and his daughter, who maybe he feels separated with. He wants that time back. They show in the trailer him remembering Cassie from Ant-Man 2. And it's like, oh, I just want my baby girl back. And now she's mean to me and calls me dumb. And says I'm not cool anymore. It says I'm jiggy. So he's
You're
mad about that.
cringe, Dad.
Wait. Did you say I'm not jiggy?
Chuggy? I don't know how to say it.
Oh, that was the
But then you
nickname.
also have like,
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
you have Hope and Janet and Hank have their own issues, right? Like, who knows what Janet got up to down when she was in the quantum realm? She's allowed to do whatever she wants. I would assume after a couple years, she's like, well, I guess they're not coming from me.
She's like, I let a lot of these guys hit it, but I never made eye contact.
I never know.
And I guess not a one.
Yeah.
Well, and I still think it might be revealed that Janet at one point was helping Kang out a lot, because if she has ties to Gentora and the crew of Freedom Fighters, but also has ties to Bill Murray's character, that probably means she was in Kang's inner circle at some point,
And there's
as another scientist who's down in
you know,
the quantum realm.
And Brandon, you know, like a lot of these movies, the villain is charismatic and sympathetic in his origins, and then slowly reveals their anger and their malevolency. It's like there's a chance that like Kang was like kind of pulling the wool over everyone's eyes when Janet was down there and was like, I just need to get back to my family, and like we all need to work together. But what he was really doing.
So let me ask you this question then. So are we getting Nathaniel Richards or Ramatut? Which origin of this? Because, we get Nathaniel Richards, who was from the year 3000, was just experimenting with time travel and stuff and got sucked in, and then was like, or just at the process got sucked in the quantum realm, or I travel all the way back to ancient Egypt. I'm a pharaoh.
I'm going to leave the Sphinx right here.
I'm going to leave the Sphinx, all these different things.
I mean, it would be interesting. I would love to see more of the Ramatut, right? They teased it in Moon Knight. There was a character who had the symbol on the back of his jacket. It would be interesting because we don't know when Moon Knight takes place in the MCU. It exists outside of any confirmed timeline.
It's after the snapping, because of course the GRC is mentioned.
Right, they mentioned the GRC, but like they don't really place it with much more time than that.
Right.
It would be interesting if like the events of this movie, they defeat Kang, they think they defeated Kang, but he has in fact escaped, and he escaped to ancient Egypt and established himself as Ramatut. And what we saw in Moon Knight actually takes place after this, where a history of Ramatut has been like back to the future into society, so that when Scott or whoever makes it out of this movie gets back, it's the same Earth, but now there's a Kang here.
The man who fell to Earth?
The man who
Is that the book that
grew to
George
Earth.
McFly?
Yes. Or The Man from Venus,
Oh,
or
yeah, that's
Aliens
right.
of
Yeah,
Venus,
yeah.
or whatever it's called.
Man who
So
fell to Earth is
it
a
could be
different
something
thing.
like that, because this is a movie about like the secrets that we've kept and that we keep from our family, and trying to get all that back.
Guys, call
it'd
in
be
with your
interesting.
worst secret.
There's also
We want to know your family
there's
secrets.
also the idea of the Renslayer, Ravonna Renslayer from Loki, who
yes.
in the comics is romantically tied to Kang.
Kang.
If this Kang misses her or knows her or wants to find her, maybe Ravonna was stolen from this Kang at some point. That could be his motivation.
This is all he wants. Look, I've been horny for about 800 millennia down here.
He can get whatever he wants in the quantum realm, but he can't get Ravonna.
I
That's
can't.
what he wants the most.
The lubrication down here is
Oh my
terrible.
God.
the microbes just don't
Oh my
translate.
gosh. DW asking in the chat, do you think the tone of this third Ant-Man film will be less humorous?
Absolutely.
Nah, it's
think it's
gonna have.
I think third act's going to be sad.
That's what I'm saying. I think
Oh,
the
yeah,
third
third
act
act
is
for
going
sure.
to be
But I think
sad.
this trailer is leading us down that
Yeah.
path. I think the movie, it's Paul Rudd. He's not going to
Right.
deliver
The first
any.
trailer had funny moments,
But I think everybody keeps thinking, because it's Paul Rudd, because this movie has been humorous throughout it all, everyone, like I've seen one of the comments that says him dying is a smokescreen. Everybody keeps, yes, and I do agree, Hank Pym is out of here, because he's definitely old. Him and Janet may be going together.
I could see Hank, Janet wanted to stay down there, and Hank being like, I'm staying.
Yeah, I can see that. But I really think
It's like Cocoon.
this one has to take a turn dark in order to set up how
seriousness.
bad, yes,
Yeah.
how the serious how Kang is. That's the one thing people keep forgetting, and I understand where everybody's coming. Like, no, they don't want the hero to die. But in order for this guy not to be just any other bad guy that we see, this is the dude that you need the Avengers for on a big level, possibly twice in 2 back-to-back films. In order for him to be somebody that serious, he has to cause some major havoc.
Jason Wooden Wookie Morante asking what will be the twist on the twist when he says, I don't have to win. We just both have to lose. What will be the twist on the twist?
Kang will say it's a double negative. 2 loses make a win.
Well,
I win.
You made me think that if this Kang is so powerful in the quantum realm, if Ant-Man lets him out, does that make him less powerful in a way? And now he can be fought. Now he can be fought by someone in the real world.
Well, he's getting out, right? I mean, obviously, Kang escapes.
Well, this one could die and another Kang
But he
come
understand,
in.
he might understand that too.
Yeah.
He might not tell Scott that. He might know about the multiverse. Again, it wouldn't surprise me if Kang understands about He Who Remains, Rama Tut, Iron Lad, Nathaniel Richards, Immortus. Because if Immortus comes, it's over for everybody. Because Immortus is the worst version of Kang. But maybe he understands that, and Scott doesn't understand. Scott just thinks this is just the guy. I was in prison here. Who were you in prison by? I was in prison. He never says a variant of me. Scott doesn't understand all the multiversal thing as of yet. We haven't heard anything about multiverses with this. Yes, Spider-Man knows. Strange knows. Loki knows. Certain other people know about multiverse. Scott hasn't been mentioned it. Shang-Chi doesn't even know it. So Scott has to realize, oh, it's just one person. Kang realizes, you take me out, someone replaces me. Even worse. Just like He Who Remains said, if I go, my variants come.
And they're better than me.
And they're worse than me.
They're worse than me. I mean, he could be helping. The Kang he helps at the beginning might be a good Kang. And then when he comes back, he's like, hey, we had a deal. He's like, oh, that was the other Kang. I killed that Kang. I'm a different
That
Kang.
Kang is dead.
That Kang
I
is
took
dead.
dude out when he came through down my street. Like,
The Kang is dead. Long live the Kang. World Biggest Geek asking, how do you guys feel if this movie introduces the famous first family as a tease of them coming to stop
they're the
time
post-credit
traveler?
scene. They're the post-credit scene.
I cannot be told that a Fantastic Four is going to show up in a post-credit
It's
scene
too soon.
anymore.
I'm done.
Anymore.
All you have to do is have it open up just to let them out. They don't have to show up like in full. It's just either it opens up and something comes through and all you see is a form.
stretchy arm.
A silhouette, something
finger.
stretchy or something on fire. You don't have to fully see them. It's
Something
just,
stretchy, hey yo, coming out at you, hey yo.
I've seen that at a Canadian strip club before. Lots of things come out of something
They
stretchy.
let
Oh,
you tip them
boy.
in maple leaves.
Give them compliments in Canada.
What a Wookiee also
Why,
asking.
thank you. Those are some mighty fine nipples you have there.
Oh my gosh. Wooden Wookiee also asking, was Ant-Man trying to go lower than the quantum realm? Could that be where Bill Murray is? I don't know if you can go
Like
lower
a
than the quantum.
subatomic level.
Lower and lower. There was that part in the first movie when he gets to like all utter silence. I don't know. It would be fun to return to
That's
that.
the abyss.
That's the abyss.
That's a Sunday afternoon nap right there.
A. Marcellus trying to get in there by saying, I think Scott is dying is a smokescreen. I'm just pretty sure Hank or Janet is dying.
Thank you,
I
A.
just don't see
Marcellus.
Michael Douglas or Michelle Pfeiffer doing this for long. Well, they're going to hear that, and they're going to sign on for 3 more movies. How do you like that? Miss Mac Daddy asking, do y'all think we'll get a Miss Minutes cameo?
I don't think so. She's filming with Beauty and the Beast crossover right now. So.
Oh, fun.
She's in the next
She's
week.
working.
Yeah.
I love that for her.
she got signed to UTA.
She's doing a crossover with Cogsworth. Look it up.
Stop. Absolutely stop. I mean, it would be interesting if Scott Lang's,
Gears in the chat.
what he has to do is steal Miss Minutes. Maybe he needs Miss
Just
Minutes to get out of there.
her whole essence.
But
Like,
there is a belief she's more than remember He Who Remains created her, and she's more than just this little I'm your little guy through the TVA. She's more than that, so she could be a part of this.
Yeah. Bill Teodoroka.
Yeah, you say that 3 times.
Teodora
Kakos.
I don't know. Saying the first trailer, just moved up. The first trailer had Kang handling those orbs. In this trailer, Scott is about to fire a disc to miniaturize a larger version of those orbs. Oh, maybe like he's going to use his little, the little growing, shrinking disc on those orbs. Maybe. I don't know the science behind should your orbs work in a miniaturized quantum realm. I don't know.
Blaster things look like Stark Tech almost.
That was fair. Yeah, I mean, we assume that's from his own tech, right?
Yeah.
Kang's from the very far future.
Right.
He just brings a bunch of. It'd be like us going back to the Civil War with a couple.
Bring some
Couple
muscle.
Abrams,
Couple of Hostess cupcakes. Hey, boys, come on.
Couple of
That
muscle.
would wipe
South,
them
we're
out.
all American.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on.
North, south, east, and west. It's all the same to me. When you turn the lights out, you can't tell the difference.
Well, this just happened, ladies and gentlemen.
GSU Eagle 117, going by
Cancel.
their newly given name, Ebenezer Splooge. We apologize for giving you that name. GSU
Thank you,
Eagle.
GSU, for
What other Avengers could we possibly see in Quantumanium? We already said Shang-Chi. We'll say Shang-Chi. Wong, you got to guarantee a Wong appearance.
Wong
At any
probably
point-
makes it there.
Any point of Wong appearance.
Hawkeye. I've said it right here.
Oh!
Hawkeye is coming down to the quantum realm.
Oh,
He's gonna shoot some arrows and make some quips.
my baby boy. Get him down there. Get him
Heard
down
me.
there.
I said what I said
You meant that?
with my chest.
Okay, cool. Never mind.
I think weirdly Batman.
Excuse me.
Oh,
Love
think
it.
Batman? A variant.
Love it.
Yeah, maybe.
Variant of Batman. Catman. is
I
coming
think
down
now
to
that
the quantum
Disney
realm.
owns Fox,
Koala Man.
I think a Xenomorph. We'll see a Xenomorph.
Frogman. We're doing this for
Oh,
MT.
okay.
Frogman.
Frogman.
Yes,
coming
for
down.
MT.
Frogman.
Shout out to
Haley
you,
Steinfeld. For as herself, not as her character.
Not as girl Hawkeye.
Jesse Fairblom coming in with a good point here. Thanos said he atomized the stones. Could have been sent to the quantum realm.
Hey, nice,
The
Jesse.
stones have been atomized.
But remember,
Atomized.
that's possible, but also remember from the first or second episode of Loki, the amount of freaking Infinity Stones just sitting as paperweights.
in the TVA,
In the
they
TVA,
have
They're
no power.
depowered there, right?
Well, I mean, here's the thing I like to think about. I love to think about this as I'm falling asleep at night. The stones, Infinity Stones in the 616, atomized.
Yeah.
All Darkholds, gone in every universe. They don't exist anymore. They're gone. They were all destroyed.
So the Darkholds are gone, but the
the
Infinity
Book
Stones.
of Ashanti, gone.
Okay.
The Infinity Stones, the Russo brothers have said that, like, their powers are still effective because they were atomized, but their powers exist in the universe. So there's just no physical manifestation of them anymore.
Maybe they sprinkled down into the quantum realm like a beautiful rain.
I mean, they could be sucked down in there, or it's like a situation where, yeah, you don't have these physical stones.
Don't you do it again. Don't you make that sound. I'll put you on the corner, make some money. Anybody want to buy a copy of Bechtold? Like
Oh, is the old throat
my
goat
gosh.
getting back out there?
Oh no! Oh no!
All right, Nancy Reagan.
You have a universe where the stones are atomized, so they're not physical, but they still have powers, but
Yeah.
you can't manipulate anymore. And now there's no magical books to like create these barriers. So this is a weird. 616 continues to be weird. It was also a universe that Kang couldn't get in, and maybe he didn't even see it before. He was blind to it, but now it's like a shiny apple that he wants to take a
was
big
too hot
bite
of a
out
club.
of.
He couldn't get in.
Because I would think. I always envisioned that what He Who Remains was doing was not like I've put up these barriers to keep the Kangs out. It's more like the Kangs can't see us. We're drifting blind. We're sailing right by them.
Okay.
And now there's this like all these flashing lights going off. And now the Kangs are like, oh, we haven't gotten to this one yet. I didn't even know this one was there.
But I think, like with the stones, my only thought is the stones, as we found out in Doctor Strange in Avengers Infinity War, they're elemental anyway. So when Thanos says he atomized them, he just probably returned them to the elements in which they're from.
He didn't want someone else to be able to
Yeah,
grab
they're
them,
not
right?
physical stones.
Yeah, their
They're
energy is still there.
Their energy is just out here. So again, 6 stones from 6 different points in the elements can be brought back together. But I mean, again, time is a thing in itself, no matter what.
What if
You preaching to me?
I agree.
what if Kang needs all those Ant-Men to each grab an atom of a stone and put it back together?
Yeah, but
and rebuild the stones piece by piece.
But they're human. They can't
Piece by
But
piece.
But they're human. They can't touch.
That's true.
the
That's true.
stones.
One more real fast.
Say
Francis
it
S.
again for him.
They can't touch the stones.
Francis S. coming in late with a super chat. Hot take. What if Scott met Kang when he was in the quantum realm and Kang gave him the time heist idea as part of a deal before Endgame?
Yeah.
But now Kang's pissed. He wants his money back. And he's
Yeah,
like,
that
that
is
was
a
my
hot-
idea, buddy.
Hey,
You're living my life.
not even a shout out on the podcast?
Isn't this the plot of Creed 3?
Yeah.
Like, hey, wait, I went to quantum jail. You're living my life up
Jonathan
there.
Majors just came in with rewrites. He's like, I just did this other movie. I don't think it's going to be as big as this. Let's add elements of that into this.
I think that could
Not
be
even a
good.
shout out.
I think that could be good. Well, thank you folks for staying up late or waking up early to join us on this late edition of the Breakroom After Dark. Breakroom After Dark. Thank you to all the super chatters who sent in stuff, including Quentin, Bucky Barnes, Juan John 138, a few others there.
Bill Theodore, I'm going to say it right. Tirorakakos.
Tirorakakos. We're going to have lots more to talk about with Ant-Man Quantumania. We're going to go through this trailer even more. We got to watch it like 100 more times. Tune in all week. Tommy's going to be working on a M.O.D.O.K video overnight and get it out tomorrow morning. So check out for Tommy's M.O.D.O.K video. MT's going to have a breakdown of this trailer shot for shot on Wednesday. Whitney's going to do a video about Cassie this weekend so you can learn more about her. So much to talk about. We're so excited to have a little more Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania.
Ant-Man!
Is the game going on still? Does anyone know? Does TCU come back?
I think TCU just scored 64 unanswered.
Thank you. Thank you, Eric Owusu, Jay Washington, and Tommy Bechtold for staying up late. And
Thank you, John and Dashiell, for staying
up
up
late.
Shout out to the crew.
Shout out to the crew.
Thank you, Internet.
Thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll catch you back here tomorrow at our regular time on The Break Room. Latest Gators. See you later, roomies. Bye.